Alright, welcome to Mexico City. Okay, we have been here for a little over 2 months and we feel like we got the street food down pretty well. So let's show you how to get some street food in Mexico. The first order of business is breakfast. Street food in Mexico for breakfast consists of pretty much tamales and bread. So you can get a taco in the morning or, you know, some other types of street food. But if you want a tamale or a tamal in Mexico City and you want it to be like, I don't know the word, authentic, I guess, like actual street food, then you're gonna have to do it in the morning. They really don't have tamales for sale anytime but in the morning. We spent our first like 2 weeks here thinking that tamales didn't exist in Mexico because we couldn't find any in the afternoon. So let's go find some tamales. When you're looking for tamales, you probably want to head out about between 7:30 and 8:30. If you're past 9, it might be hard to find some people still selling them. If you go around 8, like almost guaranteed that you'll find some people selling tamales. What you need to look for is big aluminum pots. That's where they keep all the tamales. Let me show you.
¿Qué tamales tiene?
Verde, de salsa verde, de mole, de dulce y de rajas.
Ok, un verde.
Solo como
Sí, solo.
Ayudan los muchachos, los demás, porque ya ves que cuando vas, cuando nos arreglas de ¿qué pasó?
All right, success. Got our first tamal. So you see those carts, they're basically like tricycles and they ride them around and then park about a quarter or somewhere on the road. So some of them are consistent and go like the same place every day. Sometimes you just like run into one, so just gotta get lucky. When ordering tamales, typically there's about 4 different types that you can find. Dulce, which is like a sweet tamale. All it is though is like a tamale that's dyed pink. It's a little sweeter. It doesn't have any filling. The next 3 are usually savory. So they have like a verde one, which is just like a green sauce, often with chicken or pork. And then they'll have a mole and a rajas. And rajas is usually like pepper, tomato, and sometimes cheese. If you're lucky, you can maybe get a oaxaqueño, which is just like a tamale from Oaxaca. Sometimes the Oaxacan one is a little more expensive, but it's really good. It's got cheese, and it's usually wrapped in a banana leaf instead of a corn husk. Other popular items in the morning are different types of drinks. So they'll serve coffee at a lot of them, or you could get atole, which is kind of like a corn, like a little bit thicker hot chocolate type of drink. And you could either get that in chocolate, sometimes they have it in arroz, which is like rice, or galleta, which is like a cookie flavor. We pretty much always stick with like the chocolate atole. It's the best.
¿Para llevar?
Para llevar. Pero tiene cuchara.
Sí. ¿Pongo separados o juntos?
Okay, a couple more things about tamales. They'll ask you if you want it to go or to stay. If you want to eat it right there, they'll give you like a little plate sometimes, or just like put it on a napkin, and often they'll open it for you. Otherwise, they'll just put it in a little bag and you can take it to go, eat it wherever. They'll usually give you a tiny little spoon to eat it with. Another option, which that guy just asked me, is if I wanted it in a torta, which is just like a sandwich. So a lot of people will get their tamal and put it in between two pieces of like French bread basically, and then eat it. We've actually never tried it that way, but we like it just how it is. So alright, so yeah, look for carts or for little stands for big aluminum cans, and you're sure to find some good breakfast food in Mexico City. Here's another one. One more thing, just for reference. We are currently in Roma Norte, but we have been south of here, north of here, and west of here, and they've all had similar street food. We've also been in Oaxaca, Tampico, and a few other Mexican cities. As long as you're like in maybe the southern part of Mexico, I'm sure you'll find good street food. Things do get a little different if you're up north. We were in Chihuahua, and they do serve tamales like all day there, and a lot more flour tortillas. But anyway, back to Mexico City. We're gonna get one more. I don't love the dulce, but you gotta see what it is, so. Let's eat. Emma's favorite is
Verde.
verde. I like the rajas and the mole.
And nobody likes dulce.
Nobody likes dulce. If they had like a chocolate-filled tamale,
We've been on the lookout.
that'd be nice. I have yet to have a bad atole, so
It's true.
some are really good, but I pretty much trust everyone. Perfect. Sorry if you can hear like a million dogs barking. Mexico City
Crawling with them.
has more dogs than I've ever seen. Don't know why. Here's the difference in appearance of the two atoles. Okay, here's our four. We got a dulce. I don't remember, I'm gonna have to open it. Rajas probably, mole, and verde. Let's check them out. Verde, like we said, it's like a green salsa. Mole, if you've never had mole, go try it at some like Mayan or Mexican restaurant. It's different. And then rajas and dulce. Look how pink that is. Rajas. Okay, this one's pretty good. It doesn't have any cheese in it. Sometimes the rajas one has cheese, which is my favorite. Consistency is pretty good on this one. For the tamal, for like a street tamal, I guess, I'd probably give it maybe like a 7 out of 10. Pretty good. How's the verde?
That's fine. I don't love the consistency. And it's not very evenly spread out, so I have to smash it like this.
Alright, here's mole. That one's good. You never really know what you're getting with mole because it can be hundreds of different ingredients, and there's so many types of mole. And I don't even know what like the consistent thing between all moles is. But this one is like, you can taste, you can almost taste chocolate in this one. Like, it's pretty good. But moles are not usually sweet. The dulce is like consistently a little bit dry. So we'll give it a shot, but I don't have
There's
much
no filling
faith.
to make it like better consistency.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much the same as always.
But pinker.
Yeah, very pink. If you drench it in like atole, then it tastes a little better. But by itself, it's kind of plain. So that'll pretty much do it for breakfast. Definitely try some tamales if you're in Mexico City. Get them on the street. They're good. They're cheap. Each tamale is usually like between 10 and 15 pesos. Pretty much always they're like 12 or 13, which is like 60 cents a tamal. And then a cup of atole is about the same. Sometimes you'll find one for 10. That's 50 cents. So like a feast of a breakfast for $3. It's awesome. We'll see you at lunchtime. It's a lunchtime. A couple of popular things for lunchtime. One, obviously tacos, they're everywhere. Two is tortas, which I talked about earlier a little bit. It's just like a sandwich, usually the same meat as tacos. There's also tlacoyos, which is T-L-A-Y something, tlacoyos, which are like little sandwiched, I don't know, quesadillas.
They're kind of like gorditas.
I'll show you. They're like gorditas, yeah. Gorditas.
Only food.
There's also a lot of street like hamburgers and hot dogs. We've never gotten them, but they're around. Oh,
Yummy.
yeah. So we got a little bit of cheese, a little bit of other cheese, some salsa, and it's stuffed
With beans.
How is it?
So yummy. I love these.
So during lunchtime, there are a lot more little carts and little booths, I guess, up that are serving lunch. Just walking down the street in like busy areas, I'm sure you'll find stuff. Also a pretty good chance if you go to any bigger parks that a lot of vendors will be set up there. Wondering about churros. Well, they got them on the streets.
Primero el que deja el dinero, después quien se lo lleva.
Okay.
Sí.
Got the money?
Hey.
Cajeta lechera. Pa ¿lo crees de Borgia? Sí, lo crees de Borgia. Borgia. ¿Eh?
Chocolate filled chocolate. Something else. The next food item we're gonna get is elote, which is like the corn on a stick, basically. Different type of corn though. They have like really big kernels and it's not very sweet. They cover it in mayo and sometimes some like pepper or cheese. It's kind of hit or miss. We've had some good ones and some bad ones, so hopefully today's a good one.
Un elote hervido con queso y mayonesa. Looks pretty good. It's definitely hot.
Let's see it. Today's was a success, apparently. Emma says
Yeah,
it's good. So happy about that. So that'll pretty much do it until dinner time. Just a few more tips for you. If you're looking for street food, can't seem to find any, a good place to check is by metro or subway stations. They'll pretty much always have some type of food there. Another thing, as far as like food safety, for me, I never get any peeled fruit or pretty much like fruit drinks in general, although there's a lot and it smells good, just because I don't know what kind of water it's been around. Another thing is I like to see the meat being cooked, which is pretty frequent. Besides tamales, which I just trust anyway, you can pretty much always see the meat being cooked in front of you. Occasionally you'll see like wrapped up tacos they bring from home, and I usually pass on those. And then drinks. Sometimes they'll sell drinks at the little street food booths, but if not, you're probably close to an OXXO or a supermarket, and they sell drinks pretty cheap, and they usually take cash or card, so that's also nice. So yeah, see you at dinner time. Alright, it is dinner time. Don't really recommend going out in Mexico City at night, especially really to look for street food. Most places close up around maybe 4 or 5 as far as street food goes. But if you are in a well-lit place and you know there's a taco place close to you, give it a shot. We have one that we go to pretty regularly. It's open every night, and they don't get here till like 6 or 7 p.m. so it's kind of like a night taco stand, and it's really good. So we're gonna go get some. ¿No quieres pastor?
No quiero.
¿Por qué no?
Porque siempre como pastor.
Siempre comemos pastor, porque pastor es el mejor.
Y anoche tuvimos 8 tacos de pastor.
Perfecto. Okay, so I like to keep it real simple with my pastor. Just the meat, some onion, cilantro, pineapple, and limes. Hey. Okay, one tip to eating tacos is to tilt your head, not the taco. Perfect. That's a good place. If you find a good place, just stay with it. Let's talk about prices of street food really quick. For a taco, you're looking about anywhere between like 6 to 20 pesos for a taco. Right around 10, I would say, is where you want to be. Much more expensive than that, and just not getting a good deal. Any less than that, honestly, you might get something kind of sketchy, so just stay away from that. Sometimes you'll see deals like 5 tacos for 30. That's usually okay because they're really small tacos, so that's fine. Anyway, yeah, about 10, it seems like a good price. Again, that's like 50 cents-ish, so super deal. As far as spice goes, most tacos that you get, if you don't put any salsa on it, then there's no spice at all. But only put a little bit of salsa on each taco before you try it, because some of them can be extremely spicy. And lastly, as far as the types of tacos, pastor is really common. They pretty much always have it, and it's usually one of the cheapest ones. It's just some type of like flavored pork. It's really good. Go ahead and be adventurous and try a bunch of them out. I pretty much stick to pastor after trying 5 or 6 different types of meat, but you gotta try like a tongue, which is lengua, or like cabeza rojo. It's all fun to try like all the different types. So yeah, go have fun.